Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be doing a pacifist run, and it's sort of a walkthrough for the first mission, one small step in Starfield. I'm starting off with in the character creation screen, and I'm going to go with the diplomat trait. The persuasion skill is going to be useful later on, and then after that I'm going to go with alien DNA to increase my survivability, dream home and taskmaster just for my preference. I'm going to go and pick up this med pack over here because I'm going to need it later on, because there's going to be a fight upcoming. Take this guy's sandwich for extra health, and then once I'm over here I just need to equip my helmet and wait for Lynn to come and open the blast door gates. Found one more med pack over here, and the weapons right there next to it, and just need to wait for Barrett to land in his ship. Once Barrett lands in his ship, there's going to be a small dialogue option, and then we're going to be taken over or invaded by a group of pilots. And here I'm just going to run to the left and jump up over here, and then jump up onto this building over here, and you should be able to find a legendary weapon over here, which does 20% more damage against robots. Not that I'm going to be using it as it's a pacifist run, I just thought I might as well show some of you. And that's where the pirate ship landed. On another playthrough I did try and get on the ship and fly off, but you just fall off the ship as it flies off. At this point I was just watching the enemies fight each other and just waiting to see how long it took for them to kill the space pirates without me intervening, and it seemed like it was taking too long. This was after about 5 or 10 minutes of waiting. So after that I decided to see if I can bait out some of the enemies into the line of fire. As I was making my way down, I saw this guy. Avoiding his gunshots, I ran around and again try to bait him into the center. Because I have the alien DNA perk, it means that my survivability is quite high. And also I have turned down the setting into very easy, I think. Very easy or normal to make it easier for me to survive. And here I'm just trying to bait the enemies to target me and draw them into line of fire. Just trying to bait them out, but my health starts to get low, so when your health does start to get low, just use a med pack. Eventually after 30 or 40 minutes or so, you get to a point where there's only one of them left.
I'm out of here.
This is a pacifist run, but it's probably more cruel to just watch him instead of taking him out. Anyway, with that done, that's all the enemies taken out without me firing a shot or killing anyone. And if I load up my stat screen, go into the stats, go down into combat, and you'll see people killed as 0, and that's what I'm aiming for on this run. So anyway, with that done, you go ahead and talk to Barrett to continue the story. He will give you his ship, and once you enter the ship, you can take off.
I will attempt to boost the shield, just in case there are any difficulties.
Once you take off into space, there's going to be a small tutorial phase, and then you'll be invaded by a pirate ship. I'll actually be playing on a different character at this point, because while I was trying to test out how to take out this pirate ship in a passive way, I realized that the best way to do it is to shoot the pirate ship manually without aiming and aim for the crew, and doing so you have to hope that you get a critical hit on the crew, and by getting a critical hit on the engine and the crew members will mean that they become disabled, the ship will become disabled, and also the crew members would become disabled, and it doesn't count as a people killed, nor does it count as a spaceship destroyed. So it's the most pacifist way in terms of the stats that we can take them out. So once their shields are down, take down the shields, the lasers. And now I'm just trying to wait until I get a clear shot of the top half of the ship. And then you can see in the top right hand corner it said critical hit on the crew, which means that the crew have taken out, and it allows me to come in and dock.
First starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Once I've docked here, you can see that there's no gravity here, and that's when you know you've done it correctly. Move up to the top here. Open this door, and you can see all the crew members have been taken out. I didn't actually go into my combat menu screen to show you, but this counts as 0 people killed, and that's probably the closest we can get to being doing a pacifist run in this sense, because the enemies haven't been killed, and also the spaceship hasn't been destroyed either. But it's quite difficult to do that, and after this, when we get out, we're going to be invaded by another 2 more ships, and this method of getting a critical hit on the crew members doesn't really work on the next 2 ships, because even if you do get a critical hit, they still keep firing, and you cannot dock the next 2 ships. So
2 more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
what you can do essentially is just to take out these ships regardless, because it seems like there's no way that you cannot destroy these ships. It seems like you have to destroy these ships as far as I can see. I couldn't find any way to not destroy them, so it still counts as 0 people killed, but the stat for ships destroyed will come up to 2 or 3 if you decide to destroy the first one as well.
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not.
Okay, with that done, we can go into the map mode and navigate our way to the Crete moon. Okay, now we just need to fly down onto the moon.
We have arrived in orbit. The abandoned facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
Okay, so there's going to be an abandoned factory with the Crimson Fleet, and essentially we're going to have to take them out. And this is the main reason I chose Diplomat, because near the end of this factory there's going to be a persuasion option check, and succeeding in that we can essentially avoid all the enemies. So as soon as I get in here, I'm just gonna sprint to the end, to the last boss essentially, and just do the persuasion check, and that should be this whole section done in a pacifist way. just gonna run, sprint up these stairs, take a right, keep going straight, left, to the end of this corridor, keep going through, following the cursor. Open this set of doors, and there's going to be another set. Beside the set of doors, the enemies are here. So it's our first set of enemies right there. Keep going ahead, and then I think it's a right here, but I tried to turn left for some reason. Right. Keep going straight, and then another set of enemies over here. Keep going all the way to the end, and up these set of stairs. Take a left, and there'll be another set of enemies over here. Just run straight past them, and I missed the doors here. I went into the wrong little hub, but the doors are just over there. And then again, I'm going to go straight, and then up the stairs over here that you can see over here. And there's an enemy right under, but I'm just going to avoid him. Run all the way up the stairs, avoid this guy, open these double doors here. Another one over here. And go straight up the ladder. And those are the enemies cleared in that section. Now it's going to make an auto save, but you might want to make a manual save before this door, because this is where the persuasion check is.
You gotta be kidding.
And I choose lie as the first option.
That statement is, but the only things.
I don't care.
And then here we go, the second persuasion option. And then all the way down to +5, and I was lucky enough to get it on the first go here.
There isn't any treasure? Get out of here. Take your robot and your...
And that's it. That's the entire base taken out without firing a shot. It's a true diplomat. Anyway, back to the ship to go on to the next stage of this mission. Okay, once we're on board the ship, we just need to load up the menu screen again and make our way to New Atlantis, and it's in a different solar system, I suppose, so it's right here on the bottom left hand corner. Make our way to New Atlantis, Alpha Centauri.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Okay, with the scan done, we can aim at our landing point in New Atlantis. This one here, New Atlantis, and then X to land. And now I'm just sprinting to the point of interest here. All the way to this tram system, which is the first option.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
If I move back to Leon,
we're nearly there. Behind this door, this is the lodge.
The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be... Captain, everyone will be in the library.
We appear to have a visitor.
Okay, after a short cutscene speaking to Sarah, you get to this stage where she wants you to
fair
join.
enough. Come find me when you... And here.
I'm just going to tell her I
in
need
addition
some
to
time.
credits,
And there we go, that's the first mission completed, one small step. If I just go in and quickly show you my stats here. Going down to combat. You can see there's people killed is 0, so it's the first pacifist run of the first mission. Thanks for watching, bye.